Ahoy there, my name's Beth, and this is the story of how I renovated my 1904 Dutch sailing barge. Well, we've got our portholes, but now we need to get home. Right, so the day before we leave to come back, and we now have a winch on board. Isn't that fantastic? So I've just put another 4 litres in there, and I thought I'd ordered 2 of these, but only one arrived, and I think I just ordered one. But it's now filled up, so hopefully there's not going to be any more bleeding to be done. And that's how quick the tide comes up there. See, it was just on the top and suddenly it's over and pouring. Comes up quick. So I'm just waiting for the water to fill up a little bit. Yeah, just tried the engine. It's starting okay with the new batteries, and it seems to be staying cool. It's circulating around, I think, so that's good. So we're just going to wait until it's a bit more in the water, so the heat exchange is fully submerged. And yes, we should be floating out soon. It's snowing, as you can see. So yeah. So it won't take you much to lock it up, thanks a lot.
That's surprisingly small.
Yeah.
After all that.
The sun's come out. Yes. Perfect. Yeah, let's go on the right hand side, which is listing a little bit over on the right.
Fine.
That here is probably the lowest area. Plus we've got that.
Do you want me out first?
Yeah, you might as well go up first. Yeah. So the thing that I didn't bring are the sockets, but I do suppose.
It's a completely different setup. sure. It's like a spur off. Mine's clocked 90 degrees and it's driven off the PTO. So presumably it'd be under there.
Yeah, it must be.
I'll still maintain having the only boat I rode in London for that YouTube channel.
It's a matter of time.
Wow. Might need a screwdriver just to lever under that. Lots of lovely corrosion.
So we're back on board again. As you can see, the tide is very low. So we're about a low tide right now. So we actually borrowed the dinghy from a neighbour, so we could get on the boat, which was a bit of an oversight of me yesterday. So to bring you up to speed, we left the dry dock on Thursday. We then had a plan to leave the this part of the basin on Friday and get back to my mooring, my berth. However, there was a few things. So the engine overheating issue, the engine was still overheating. When I ran the engine on Thursday, I'd run it for 45 minutes and it was okay, but it was overheating as soon as we started using it. Well, overheating, it wasn't overheating in the same way. It wasn't that it was hitting the roof and the alarm going off. It was that it was actually hotter than I expect. So it was getting to about 90 degrees, which is hotter than I would expect. So it was clear that the cooling system wasn't working. So instead, I decided earlier on in the day, we're not going to rush through and try and leave on Friday, sorry. We're just going to go through the checks. We're going to spend the afternoon looking at the engine. It gives us a bit of a chance to get any parts through the week, as parts shops tend not to be open at the weekend. And it'll give us some slow time to do that. Also, yesterday was very windy, so it would have been a little bit sketchy coming down the cut to my berth. And also there was a lot of traffic on the river, or at least around where my berth is yesterday, so we decided it's this sensible option. So I told the harbour master yesterday I'm not going to move yesterday morning, I'm not going to move in the afternoon, so we'll call it off. So I think that was the sensible decision. So however, it gave us a chance to look at the coolant system a bit more. So we dismantled the part of the coolant system. We took off the elbow in front of the what we thought might have been the water pump, the coolant water pump, but it turned out to be the thermostat housing. So anyway, that was quite good. It was a discovery. So we took the thermostat out of the housing and put in some hot water to make sure that it was opening okay, because the thermostat will stay closed when the engine's been running for a while, and it allows it to warm up. If the coolant was running straight away, it would actually not let the engine come up to temperature high enough. So the thermostat is rated to about 70 degrees. So at 70 degrees, the coolant that it experiences on its rear side, it will open and then allow the coolant to be pumped around. So we thought initially it was the coolant pump impeller, but there isn't one of those, so it must be a pump inside the engine. So that's a good thing. I'd rather not have that, so that's good. So we took that apart. However, while we were looking, there was a small amount of build-up of kind of some calcates or some kind of salts or something on the back. So we were scraping that, and actually the screwdriver went through the elbow. So it's like an adapter for a pipe on one side, and then 4 bolts to bolt it to the thermostat housing on the other side. So we put a hole in it. So we had to go to a car repair shop, get some epoxy putty metal, and repaired that. So it feels like a really bad thing to have happened, but actually it's a fantastic thing to have happened in dock, because it was paper thin, and if that had happened out in the river or out at sea, we would have been really stuck. So so I'd much rather it happened now, and it gives me the chance to replace that part as well. So we repaired that. We then topped up the coolant system, because we'd had the pipe apart and lost some coolant. So we topped up the coolant, and then we bled from the bleed valves that I already knew about, but then we actually spotted another bleed valve. So we bled that one as well. So I was quite confident that all of the airlocks had gone out of the system. So we started the engine and ran the engine for nearly an hour, and actually I was putting a little bit of throttle. It had some revs on it, so maybe 750 RPM, and also I was putting a bit of throttle on there as well. So morning. Okay. It's all right. No, it's fine. So we bled this system and got all of that, all the airlocks out. Ran the engine for about an hour with some throttle on, with some drive on as well, also driving backwards and forwards. And the engine was bob on, just under 80 degrees, which is where it likes to sit. And also I was taking thermometer readings of the coolant into the engine and coolant out of the engine. So it was getting up to, out of the engine, it was getting up to, kind of on the outside of the pipe, not on the inside, of course. But on the outside of the pipe, it was about 70 degrees going out. It was going through the heat exchanger and about 17 to 20 degrees coming in again. So the heat exchanger is working and it's circulating. So I was really pleased with that. That's really pleased. It just takes a while for that to go. So I was, I'm very confident that the coolant system is working. So we're going to head back today down the river. Of course, if it wasn't, and I was worried about it still, we would have called that off as well. But yeah, I'm quite confident that it's okay. So I've just come in a little bit earlier to the yard. It's now 1 o'clock nearly. So my crew is arriving at it's at 1:32 p.m. As you can see, we've got no water at all. We've got plenty of time before the tide rises, and it just gives us a bit of time to kind of plan. So you'll notice also we're right around the corner. So the river is around the yard, and then it is left up here, and then it's up onto the river, and then left again back down the river. But of course, we're going to need to. Oh, I think that might be crew. So, yeah, as I was saying, we're getting ready to go, but thought I'd introduce you to the rest of the crew today, and we have actually a celebrity crew on board. Hello, hello, Jago. Hello. That's a friend.
Yeah. Hi.
So this is the crew for today, and we're just about to, well, when we've got a bit more water, we'll work our way around, and then we're going to go downriver. So yeah.
Yes, and this is going to be lovely. Are we going to crash the boat?
Well, just a bit.
Are we going to blame Jago for everything that goes wrong?
Well, just a bit.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he looks captain-ish.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
now, how long have you had that sweat? Or jump? A year.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch the sweater. Right, well, I didn't catch it on camera, but if you'd like to watch that exit there from the yard, you can watch Canis's video, which is there. So otherwise, we're on our way back. Engine cooling. And we're going to just leaving joining the main Thames now. So yeah, looking good, looks nice. So it's now the next day, and I didn't film a huge amount on the trip, but you'll notice that the Canis Bannon was there from this channel. If you don't already know him, I'm sure you do. So he was there, and also Jago, who Canis and Jago did a video together on Jago's boat recently, and that video is up there as well. So yeah, they were great help and really lovely company. So I'm really pleased to have shared the trip downriver with them. So yeah, I've just done today. I've just done a very small amount of touching up around the portholes, just to cover over the zinc paint, just to tidy it up. I'm always keen for the boat to look really tidy when she's on the berth. So yeah, and she does. So yeah, today I need, there's a lot of tidying up inside, a lot of hoovering and dusting and that kind of thing, so I'm going to do that, and then tomorrow we'll get on with a few jobs, so I'll catch you up then.